All right. What is up, people of YouTube? I am Matthew, and you are watching the Weather World YouTube channel. This is going to be a very important live stream. A lot of different weather YouTube channels are covering this right now. We are going to be covering Major Hurricane IOTA. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it, IOTA. Yeah. So, anyways, right now it's a Category 5 in the Western Caribbean, about to impact Nicaragua. Winds of excess of 160 miles per hour. Rapid intensification, absolutely unbelievable. And I need to mute my stream before I start hearing myself. My bad. But anyways, let's get into this. I'm going to share my screen because right now I'm in the close-up view. So there we go. Hopefully you guys can see all this information okay. This is on tropicaltidbits.com. So right now the current location is 13.6 degrees north, 83.1 degrees west. Again, just that eye wall is right off the coast of the eastern tip of Nicaragua. This is again in Central America. For you guys that don't know where Nicaragua is, it's like right in that central part of Central America. Relatively nice country. But anyways, maximum winds right now are 140 knots, or again, as I translated it, 160 miles per hour. Absolutely unbelievable system. It's just been under this rapid intensification. The eye wall is looking relatively thick. We're going to get into the structure in just a second. The MCP is showing 918 millibars right now. Again, very suggestive of a Category 5 hurricane. I've even seen some models and some projections say 912 millibars, which is absolutely insane, impressive. Obviously indicates relatively dangerous storm. The environmental pressure is 1,008 millibars. Again, that doesn't really, correlate to anything. Okay, I thought I heard something, but anyway, the RLC is 210 nautical miles. Again, relatively big system. The center of pressure is relatively asymmetrical, and again, we'll get to that in a second. The radius of maximum winds, 10 nautical miles, so relatively, I guess, larger wind field, if you will, and yeah. Let's get into the structure of this. So as you can see, hopefully you guys can see this okay. This is what Major Hurricane IOTA looks like right now, and I'm actually going to pull up Epic Pen here. You can just see all that massive, just that really clean looking eye wall, and that eye in itself, perfectly symmetrical on all sides, especially near that center of pressure right within the eye itself. But you can also see, just in comparison with the rest of the storm, a lot of that convective outflow is more concentrated to the west-southwest of the NCP or that main eye wall than you can see in the east-northeastern portions of the storm, possibly because of some drier air circulating or cutting in behind this system, which is impeding on some of its inflow into Nicaragua and some of these different countries over here. But like I said, the movement right now is west at about 8 to 9 miles per hour, so still relatively slower movement, which does indicate relatively stronger storm. Oh my gosh, just higher storm surge, higher winds, just more property damage, obviously, because I mean Category 5s, it's not like, it's not like a regular hurricane. This is extremely dangerous. We've had Category 5s before, obviously, but this one in particular, especially for November, mid-November, it's just been insane. So yeah, just besides that, you can see a lot of Sears outflow, especially on the main outflow bands of the system. A lot of inflow regions are also showing some Sears development. But besides that, we do have some semi-explosive cumulonimbus development, especially in that area of drier air on the eastern portion of this storm, just to the east of that center of pressure, or that eye wall, if you will. But yeah, that's what it's currently looking like right now. Let's just get back into here. There have been some aircraft reconnaissance missions over the past few hours by the hurricane hunters. We have AF-305 mission number 8, which is currently in the storm as of the latest projections, or as the latest updates. And as you can see, passed right through that eye. I'm not really too sure if we can get some of that data up here. I don't know if you guys can see that with some of the stuff that's on the screen, but I'll just read it. So you can see The flight level winds have been relatively high, 145 knots, again, suggestive of a Category 5 hurricane. I believe this is as they were passing right through that eye wall. The wind speed and rain rates, again, showing relatively higher values, 110 knots, and that's as they were flying through this. The rain rates, again, have been relatively higher. The eye wall has been relatively concentrated, very well organized, but that is about to change. What's up, Storm Sliders? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so anyways, like I said, a lot of different things. You can see the temperature and dew point soundings as of right now, relatively in close correlation with each other. As the temperature, goes up, the dew point goes up as it goes down. The other goes down. Aircraft pressure and altitude. Again, you can see these peaks in this data here. This is, again, as of the latest sounding from this latest mission that is currently happening right now. And you can see the pressure difference. The pressure differences right now. It looks as if they are leaving the storm as of right now. 999 millibars, 1,000 millibars. But I do believe, I looked earlier on here, and it did say that as they were passing directly through that eye wall, the hurricane hunters on this latest mission, it did say that they caught a pressure drop of about 912 millibars. So again, very, very strong system, absolutely unbelievable. Enhanced cumulonimbus development, enhanced nimbus stratus at the lower level regions, just very minimal destructive wind shear happening with the system as well, aside from that dry air on the eastern portions of this storm. So as you can see, we also have AF304 mission number 7, which is now finished. Multiple passes through the eye. They're currently heading off, I would assume, back to either Louisiana or Mississippi, wherever their base may be. But as you can see, multiple passes through here. There have been a lot of drop zones that have been dropped here. I think if you count this, I think that's either 9 or 10 as of right now. Again, they are exiting the storm. It looks like they dropped a drop zone just off the northeastern tip of Nicaragua and this country over here, which again, don't get on me. I ain't no geography expert, but yeah, just over that region right there. So again, this has just been a very intense system. A lot of different weather channels have been covering this. Let's look at, while we're at it, let's look at some water vapor imagery and just see how the system looks just from afar. You can see a lot of different Sears bands just radiating out, especially into Cuba. Some explosive cumulonimbus development, even all the way back into these southern Caribbean regions right here, the Caribbean Sea, all that. Again, this system is just about to make landfall. Major Hurricane IOTA is about to make landfall in the next 2 to 3 hours. Very, very close to eye wall, is actually currently impacting just the eastern tip of Nicaragua. So anyone that's living along that coastline obviously is hunkered down right now. Hopefully everyone's just staying safe from this relatively dangerous storm, as I've said for probably like the 5th time, but it is. So let's get into some projection models. So as you can see, this is the HMON right now. Again, this is where I saw the 912 millibar drop. This is according to this model right here. And I'll just show you, this system is going to rapidly de-intensify or just rapidly weaken, especially over these next few hours, since it's about to make landfall. It's going to lose a lot of that upper level circulation, a lot of that, well, it's not even so much a wind shear, it'll be a lot of that moisture that's being fed in from the Caribbean Sea and just those waters just off the coast of Nicaragua, which again are showing relatively warmer temperatures, since this major hurricane is actually somewhat relatively closer to the equator than most of these other systems have previously been, which could be contributing as to why it has been under rapid intensification and is at the status that it's at right now. So you can see within, and I'm not even moving it that much. Again, this is the HMON model. This is over like maybe 3 to 6 hour period. You can just see that pressure difference. I don't know if you can really see it because of the Weather World symbol in the way, but if I can, here, let's move it up. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so again, over the next few hours, 912, 920, again, still relatively a weak Category 5, still relatively strong system. Going, another 3 hours, 951 millibars, so that suggests maybe Category 3, Category 2, and then 976, almost a Cat 1, 989. At this point, this is looking relatively disorganized. This is taking us through pretty much tomorrow morning and tomorrow around midday, if you live in the Americas. So, yeah, and then pretty much beyond Tuesday and Wednesday, you can just see this system completely falls apart since it'll be over Central America and there will be no particular inflow. It won't be able to take any particular inflow because it'll be over land and no particular moisture to absorb because of that. So even according to the NOAA website, you can see, I think they should be changing this right here, as you can see, to Major Hurricane IOTA, but we know how strong it is anyways. So you can see maximum sustained winds 160 miles per hour. And movement is west at 9 miles an hour. Again, just about to make landfall. I can see a bunch of hurricane warnings. Okay, Honduras. There we go. So we have some tropical storm warnings in Honduras and just off the coast of Honduras, and especially right down through Nicaragua, and tropical storm warnings, especially down here. And on these islands, I forget exactly what they're called. I saw them earlier. I saw the name of them. Again, I don't know, but anyways, like I said, there's these islands over here. They've already been affected. They're still being affected, and I'm talking about these blue ones right here, these blue dots right here. Those are islands, and they're still being relatively affected by the system. So yeah, let's go to the GEPS tracks. Again, this can be found on tropicaltidbits.com as well. This is free to the public, but this is what it's relatively showing. You can see the relative pressure increase or the pressure rise. The pressure gradients are going to become larger and larger as the hours go on because of, again, the landfall and all this other different stuff. But most of the models, tend to agree that this is going to take it right through northern Nicaragua and pretty much smack dab directly into Honduras as a tropical storm. Again, bring, a lot of flooding. A lot of flooding. I don't know what's having a seizure there, but anyways, yeah. So, anyways, it's gonna be just a lot of storm surge, a lot of flooding, a lot of winds, especially 40 plus miles per hour. Especially as the system weakens, especially as it moves inland to Honduras and some of these other regions in Central America. And a few of these models actually suggest it moving up back into the Gulf of Mexico. Again, these are just, it looks like 2 of them for right now. Looks like we have more models just taking out into the Pacific. So just crossing Central America and just riding into the Pacific. It'll probably be way too weak to re-intensify, but again, a lot of these systems or a lot of these models are not very certain what happens, 3 to 5 days from now, as what they are with almost every other system. So that's why we have to keep a very close eye on this type of stuff. Looking at the model intensity guidance, you can see 0 Zulu. So this was about maybe 2 or 3 hours ago. But this is still relatively accurate. As of the making of this live stream, you can see. Right now, it's still Category 5. Maximum sustained winds 160 miles per hour. Could be varying between plus or minus 5 miles an hour from that number. But within the next, not even 12 hours, you can see if you draw a line, that's not really a straight line, but yeah, you can see as you just draw that line, you can see most of those models taking on a massive weakening trend. Obviously, as I keep saying, because of the landfall that's going to be occurring. And then a lot of these models also take it down to mostly a tropical storm status. Some keep it at a Cat 2, Cat 3. But again, I would say that the AEMI and the SHIP models and the EGR2, UKX2, and the CEM2 models are relative outliers because, again, it's not going to be staying Category 5 for much longer. We know this, as I've said for probably the 100th time. So, yeah, that's going to be, let's see. I don't know if you mentioned it, but there's another area of possible development in the same area as IOTA. Yeah, no, we're going to get to that in a second. I was actually looking at that earlier as I was giving myself a relative debriefing of the system. There is another invest. I forget the exact number, but there is another invest relatively close to this system, relatively close to IOTA, that we're going to be covering in just a hot second. But yeah, thanks Storm Sliders for bringing that up, actually. I was about to forget that. But anyways, like I said, this is pretty much all the concurrent information. Rapid weakening over these next few hours. Still relatively dangerous system. Yeah, I think I really covered everything. Hurricane warnings are going to be persistent over the next, 12 to 24 hours as the flooding gets worse and worse. Storm surge, especially on the eastern coast of Nicaragua, multiple feet of storm surge, possibly 10 to 12 feet. Some models are probably projecting a lot more than that since this is, again, a Category 5. So, this is going to be relatively dangerous, as I've said again. But anyways, yeah. Actually, let's look at the GFS model real quick, and then I think we'll jump to the Invest. And if no one else has anything to say or to comment on, then I think we'll stop the stream there. But we'll just cover this first. You can see the GFS model actually takes it more on a weakening trend as well. Right now it says it's about 963 millibars if I read that right. Again, this is the GFS. It's not actually at 963 millibars right now. This is just a projection over these next few hours. So you can see going through Tuesday. Again, you can just see the rapid weakening already up to 992. Follows the same trend as the HMON. And you can see by Wednesday, just almost completely disintegrated as a tropical storm. Nothing really left of it. So yeah, that's what most of these models are saying. I haven't seen a single model yet that has taken this a Cat 5 all the way through Honduras, or through Nicaragua and Honduras, and the rest of that area in Central America. So we can just say that these models are relatively reliable as of right now. But again, just keep checking on the local weather forecasts and stuff like that, just to get the latest briefing as to what this storm is doing, because this information that I'm giving you right now as of the live stream will be changing depending on when you're watching this stream. If you're watching this like maybe 6 hours from now, 12 hours from now, a whole day from now, because I can guarantee you a day from now, if you're watching this system's going to be looking almost exactly like this. It's just going to be just a congealed, disorganized blob of convective cells that's, just like bringing flooding, some moderate winds and stuff like that. Again, I make it sound insignificant, but it is still relatively dangerous since, a lot of these areas down here are tropical. It is in a more tropical area, so flooding is definitely more of a risk down here than it is in some other places, obviously, unfortunately. So, yeah, let's actually, now that we, I think if no one else has anything to add to that, Storm Sliders, or if anyone else is in the stream, then we will go to the other one. So let's just see where exactly that is. Let's go to Satellite Imagery. It's Invest 98. There it is. Okay, I'm just going to make sure what else we got here. Okay, so let's look at Invest 98. It doesn't look like they have any sort of particular information on tropical tidbits yet, but this is just to the, looks like just to the east. You know what, actually, before we look at this, let's look at a zoomed out version of this, and then we can get a relative glance as to where the system exactly is. So let's just look at this first. If we can just let this load real quick. Actually, this might be in the Pacific. If you look at it, I don't really see... Yeah, I think if I'm looking the right way, I think the Invest is right here. I could be wrong. But if we go straight back to that, we should see that explosive cumulonimbus development right there, because that's what it looks like. So let's go back and let's see what that looks like. Yep, that's it. So this is in the Pacific. This is not in the Atlantic. This is in the Pacific. But again, this is within maybe 1,000-ish miles west of where Major Hurricane IOTA is currently right now, and if we actually look at the projections, which it doesn't look like they're really giving any as of right now on this website particularly, yeah, we're going to be watching Invest 98E relatively closely. Areas such as Hawaii may want to watch out, or any surrounding islands, but yeah, we'll probably have more information on this as time goes on, because if you look at current storms, this is like the only one available. Actually, wait. I'm being stupid. Never mind, guys. 98E Invest. Here we go. This is the information. Here we go. Okay. Never mind. Okay, so right now, the MCP is 1,008 millibars. The EP is 1,010 millibars. Again, relatively disorganized storm. Radius of circulation, 150 nautical miles. Again, relatively weaker. And, yeah, there's no definitive center of pressure quite yet. It's just a congealed blob of cumulonimbus clouds and just relative convection at the upper levels. You can even see a little blob right here that appears to maybe be above the 60,000 foot mark. But yeah, let's go to the intensity guidance as of right now. Most are saying it's going to remain at least a depression, but some are saying, if we actually look at this the right way, you can see that the EGR2 and some of these other models, the HMNI are projecting it up to a tropical storm status. Again, this is all subject to change depending on the different wind shear aspect ratios that are going to be playing around with this system. Then this will definitely change somewhat, but besides that, yeah, I think that might just be it. We'll see. Most of these, again, take it out to the west or west northwest, really. And it looks like even with this one, they show a general weakening trend, which, again, I think it would just have to keep, let's see. This laptop's 2 seconds from dead. Oh, no! Oh, no. Cherish every bit of charge that you have. Cherish every bit of this live stream that you have. Hopefully you have another laptop or something that you can use to watch this live stream, Storm Sliders, because that's not good. But anyways, I wish you the best of luck. But anyways, yeah, I can just see a relative weakening trend with 98E, Invest 98E. 1009, 1011. Again, these are relatively longer projections, so they definitely have a higher chance of being relatively inaccurate, which is a trend for most of those, especially within a 3 to 5 day period. Actually expanding from like a 3 to 5 day period becomes relatively inaccurate a good maybe 70 to 80% of the time. But yeah, I think if no one else has anything to say, then I think we might just end it there. Hopefully Storm Slider's computer is okay. Yeah, I don't know if we want to put like an F in the chat for his laptop. But anyways, yeah, I don't think if there's anyone else in here, if anyone else has anything that they want to discuss, I'm open to questions. So, I mean, I can maybe just like wait a minute. I don't know if anyone wants to say anything or if they want to leave or whatever. I'm just open for questions or comments or concerns or anything. So, you know what? Actually, just to make it look a little better, I'm just gonna whoop. There we go. Okay. So, if anyone else has anything to say, you can say it now. I'll probably give you guys about maybe 30-ish seconds. You can say anything, honestly. I'm not gonna pressure you. I'm just gonna watch the chat. Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's... Yeah, I don't know if the Storm Slider is still in here. But, yeah, if no one else... Okay, it doesn't look like anyone has anything they want to say. So, you know what? I think what we're going to probably do is... Yeah, we'll probably end the stream then. If no one else has anything they want to add to this, then I think we'll just end the stream there. I really hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Don't forget to check out some of my other content, especially if you're new. If this is the first type of content that you're watching of me, I suggest you check out some of my other content. I upload all sorts of weather videos, model rocketry videos, science videos, all that stuff. If you love weather or you like rocketry or any of that stuff I just mentioned, this channel is definitely for you. So, anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed and got something out of this. Keep updating, with your local National Weather Service and all that different stuff. If you have any questions or concerns, you can leave that down in the comment section down below of this live stream, because I will be putting this up on YouTube for, I guess, live replay and stuff like that. So, anyways, hope you guys got what you got out of this, or got what you wanted out of this, and don't forget to subscribe, and without further ado, hope you guys enjoyed.